Time to play Guess the Story. I speculated prior to the start of the college football season. And my speculation is now maybe turning into a real story. Okay? Who wants to play Guess That Story? Todd?
Something about the 12-team playoff happening even sooner.
No, that can't happen. No. Let's not get started with that. I don't want the college football insiders coming after me again. Seton O'Connor.
I think, is this a stay in your lane segment right here?
It feels like anytime I talk college football, I'm told to stay in my lane.
Here he goes again.
Yeah, okay.
Something to do with conference realignment.
Conference realignment. Okay. Marvin, guess the story.
Lincoln Riley possibly going somewhere else.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Whoa. Losers.
This, I want to give credit where credit is due. This is from Inside USC with Scott Wolf. And it reads as follows. In NFL coaching circles, the talk is that Lincoln Riley is putting out feelers about taking a job in the NFL next season. To be clear, this chatter was going around last week and has nothing to do with USC's loss to Notre Dame. The word is Riley would be open to an NFL job if he could follow Caleb Williams to the same franchise. If the Chicago Bears had the number 1 pick, it would probably be ideal for this theory. The other part of the theory is that an NFL team would tell Riley who to hire, especially on the defensive side, to avoid some of the pratfalls that have happened in college. If Riley is serious about wanting to coach only 10 more years, it would make sense that he would go to the NFL sooner than later. That's Scott Wolf, Inside USC Football. Okay. I speculated, and I was told, no, there's no way he's going to leave after, USC rolled out the red carpet. And I thought, okay, I think people are realizing USC is not as good as we thought they were or think they should be. And Caleb Williams can cover up a lot of things there. But if I am Lincoln Riley, this might be my opportunity. A great opportunity. And if you could get the package deal, which is what I speculated on, then if I'm the Chicago Bears, I'm going to need a new coach and probably a quarterback. And if we would have the number 1 pick and you could get both and you're sold on Lincoln Riley as a head coach, you're sold on Caleb Williams as being the best quarterback, that can solve a lot of issues right there. Yes, Paulie?
It's a classic college football coach move to look for your next gig before you cool off. If you remember Matt Campbell over at Iowa State?
Yeah.
And he passed on a bunch, and then now there's no one, maybe nobody calling. Now, Lincoln Riley was as hot as it gets.
Well, Kirk Ferentz for years, it was like, is he going to jump to the NFL? There are just certain coaches where you go, you better do it now, because if you don't, then they stop calling you. Yes, Todd?
You see any scenario where Lincoln Riley can stay in L.A., they say goodbye to Brandon Staley, Justin Herbert would be a fun person to see if you can help him get to the next step with.
Well, I brought this up with somebody in the NFL, and I'm going to be vague on purpose. And I said, if things don't work out with the Chargers, could you see a scenario where Lincoln Riley would be the head coach or want to be the head coach? He said, Kellen Moore probably makes more sense. I said, well, what if Kellen Moore doesn't do a great job as an offensive coordinator for the Chargers, but then if you're going to move on from Brandon Staley, you would give it to Kellen Moore. And I was told that Kellen Moore would make more sense than Lincoln Riley. But once again, got a lot of football left here. Yes, Eaton.
Do you remember the details, whether they were true or not? I believe them. I'm not sure. Of Lincoln Riley's deal when he signed there. He got like $110 million over whatever. They bought both of his houses in Oklahoma. They gave him a $6 million house. He's got unlimited use of the school jet and stuff like that. Are the Bears going to do that for him, or is he giving all of that up? Is he going to have to buy his own house now?
Probably.
Is he going to have to like charter his own jet now?
Probably.
Is he going to take a pay cut to go to the Bears?
Probably. Okay.
I don't know.
But you get a once-in-a-lifetime chance. You're going to coach the Bears. You're going to have Caleb Williams there with you. And if he says he wants to coach 10 more years, well, you got 5 years that you have Caleb Williams. So I get that rookie deal, Caleb Williams, and I don't know if they're not going to give him total autonomy, but you get to come in. And I thought that he was going to be a great candidate for the Cowboys years ago. That if he was leaving Oklahoma, it might be, the Cowboys. But then USC did what they needed to do to bring in both Caleb and Lincoln Riley. I could see, if you're the Bears, that I would certainly be open to that. But you got to be sold on Caleb Williams, first of all, and, Lincoln Riley as well. Because I don't know. Can he coach in the NFL? Wonderful offensive coach. But that's what the NFL is. It's all about offense. You hire yourself a great defensive coordinator, maybe. But, he's putting out feelers, or his camp is putting out feelers of, hey, if Carolina ends up with the number 1 pick, or no, that goes to the Bears. Oh. So you got 2 possibilities there. Yes, Marvin.
Lincoln Riley's going to be like Matt in Portland. Hey, I got a new job. Well, without talking to me? Yeah. New house and all that.
We haven't heard from Matt. He went out and bought a boat and a truck without telling his wife.
Lincoln
yesterday.
Riley just got there.
Yeah, I know. But that can be an eternity for these coaches. Man, I've been here 2 years. I don't think USC is anywhere near what we think they are. Because of Caleb Williams, you watch and you go, man, they're fun to watch. Okay. They're not good. I think they're entertaining, right? But I don't think they're good. Yes, Todd.
I thought Seton made a very valid point going through all those elements of the contract, and it's going to go to 12 teams, which is a little less pressure for some of these coaches as opposed to having to be in the top 4 and giving all that up, and you're going to cold Chicago. Quarterbacks get hurt. There's no guarantee, even though everyone swears by Caleb Williams that he's the next big thing. That could end up blowing up in their face.
Yeah, but if you want to go, you can always go back to college. But you get this opportunity to have Caleb Williams, your guy, and you're the coach in the NFL. Be tough to pass it up. Yeah, Paul.
Too bad the Broncos gig is taken because Denver kind of runs USC's defense. It would be an easy transition. Wow, too soon. But, you can make the case, though, coaching in the NFL is more simple than coaching in college these days. In college, you got to deal with NIL, collectives, boosters, problems, twice as many athletes with issues. In the NFL, all he has to do is walk in and coach. Someone deals with the salary cap. He's got a general manager who handles the draft. You just coach. College, I would want no part of it these days. The NILs?
Yeah, well, it depends on what my collective is. If I have a lot of money, I have a good slush fund, then, and plus, if you're going to coach in college, it's like a movie set when you go on USC's campus. But, I don't know what makes Lincoln Riley tick, where he goes, you know what, I still want to. Most of these guys who are successful in college want to try to be successful in the pros. Spurrier, Saban. Joe Paterno, I think there were overtures years ago, maybe from Washington. But most of these guys, Mike Krzyzewski flirted with the Lakers. They get to that point where they're like, is there something else here? Yes, Marv.
Do most coaches that go to the NFL end up getting a job that was as good as the one that they left?
That they left?
Besides Nick Saban?
Saban had a good gig with the Dolphins. That was a prime job. He just made a mistake on the quarterback. He didn't go for Drew Brees. He went for Dante Culpepper. But, Spurrier leaving to go to coach Washington, and then you had that front office. That was a mess. But, yeah. These guys are control freaks in college. You can control everything. When you get to the pros, they don't have to listen to you. Ross Tucker tells us stories about Spurrier. He didn't even know guys' names on the defense because he's an offensive coach. He's the old ball coach. He's the offensive-minded guy. He didn't even know guys on the defense and wasn't ready to coach in the NFL. He's one of the sharpest football guys you'll ever be around.